Well, it's been a number of days now since I posted that first video, and a lot has changed in my life. As I said in my second video, it's the video that ended up getting me fired from my position at the fire department. But a lot more than that has changed. I'm not really on social media. This was really the first video I've ever posted, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. I assumed that maybe it'd be, I don't know, maybe a 20 or 30 or 40 people sort of around the department, maybe 50 people who might view it and maybe have a comment or two. Again, I'm not on social media, so I think what's happened is a lot of my brothers and sisters in the fire service have shared it, and I'm getting a lot of people contacting me, for the most part really supporting the position I took, and I was kind of overwhelmed with that support, and I really appreciate it. I just want to take a moment just to reflect a little bit on what's happened and maybe offer some clarifications. First, a reflection: it is overwhelming. It hasn't all been positive. I mean, certainly some people have differing opinions, and that's fine. In fact, I kind of appreciate when people share that. I've noticed that people that are commenting or reaching out to me tend to fall into one of two categories: those people who kind of know me and those people who don't really know me. And some of the people who know me and believe or share my position, I mean, it's nice to hear from those people. That just sort of confirms what you feel you already knew, and those comments make one feel good for sure, but they're not really adding anything new to the conversation. Then there are those people who don't know me and disagree with my position, and that's fine. And I'm not sure how helpful those comments are necessarily, except to say that, who knows, maybe we could get to know each other and enter into a conversation. Then there's people who don't know me but agree with my position, and again, those are nice to hear. But what I find most interesting is the people who know me well and disagree with me. And there's a handful of you, and I've really appreciated what you've had to say. And even though sometimes those positions are a little bit difficult to hear, it is amazing to hear from people who say that, you know, they care about me, they care about my family, and they think that I'm wrong in my thinking or my position. And I really value those relationships. I think it's important that we have people in our lives that we have some disagreement with, and as brothers and sisters we can disagree with one another and sharpen one another's thinking. There's one friend in particular, JS. He and I had an interesting text exchange, and that man really sharpens me, and I am really blessed to have him in my life. He and I have differing opinions on this whole matter, but boy, am I blessed to have people like that in my life. So that's some reflection. In terms of clarification, I sort of knew this might happen based on some of the comments. I'm less concerned about one's position on the vaccines themselves. I'm not even sure how I feel about them. I don't know, it changes almost daily. I think for the most part, the vaccines are probably safe and probably effective. There are people that think that they're very dangerous, and there's other people who think they are perfectly safe. That's really not my point here. My point is about being able to choose, having that freedom of conscience that I talked about, to choose one's own position. The fact that there are so many different opinions on this matter shows that it's complex and multivariate. I might have a different opinion if I were older or a lot younger, or I mean, there's so many different factors. Where one lives. In my township, as of yesterday, I think there's literally one active case. You might live in a jurisdiction where there are thousands of active cases. So, I mean, all those things matter. And that, again, is my point. I think we should all be able to make our own decision to decide for ourselves what we choose or don't choose to put into our bodies, and that no government should be able to compel us to do that. I've had a number of full-time career firefighters contact me who are really perplexed because they're full-time, and I should mention that what I got fired from is a part-time on-call, aka volunteer position. So admittedly, wasn't nearly as much at stake. And frankly, I don't know what I'd do if I had a career firefighting position that was in jeopardy. I like to think that I would take the same stand, but I don't really know that unless I was in that position. So for those of you who've reached out to me, I won't judge you on where or if or how you take a stand. I think everyone needs to be true to their own set of values, their own conscience, their own beliefs, their own religious values, whatever it is that they choose that guides them. I can't make that decision for you, so no judgment from me on how you come down on that. Again, I'm about people making their own choice as they best see fit.